Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
The Up expansion for Lords of Vegas is a very good expansion. If I can get 6 people together, I like to pull this game out just to be able to utilize that expansion. I don't feel like that it works for less than 5 players, and I don't think that you should try to shoehorn it in. I think it's really something to allow more people without expanding the board at all and keep all the main pieces working, but you build up instead, hence the name Up. And I think it works great for 5 or 6 players. You don't need it if you're going to keep this as a 4 or under game, 3 or 4 player game, even there's rules for 2. I think you're only going to want this expansion if you're going for 5 or 6, and I think it works brilliantly. I really, really like it and adds this other kind of 3D dimension to it. The only downside is that the number of players that you have to have, but also that it can be kind of hard sometimes to see with the components how high something is. So you might have to pull them aside 1, 2, 3, 4 and count it up. Now, I really like this expansion. I'm going to recommend it to you if you have the prerequisite number of players that you're going to be playing this with. I think it adds a lot to the game. It's a small expansion. It's not a whole lot, so I wouldn't blow a lot of money on it. But, look, Lords of Vegas is a really fun game. I like it a lot. I just have so much fun despite the luck in the game, which really fits with the theme. But I like that now I can get it with more players. So if me and my wife have 2 other couples over, this is now a game that I can pull out and have a lot of fun with. So I'm going to recommend Up, but only with that requisite number of players. Otherwise, beware of it. So we'll be looking at the Up expansion for Lords of Vegas. So what you see behind me is Lords of Vegas. What you're getting with the expansion is you will get an instruction booklet that's a couple pages long. You're going to get some new player aid cards that will include the new action, which is raise, which I'll explain to you in a few minutes. And you're going to get a number of tiles that will look like this. Very thick, very nice, and they're going to be utilized to raise up your casinos. You will also get playing pieces for purple and black, so you can play up to 6 players now. They match exactly what you get in the base game, which is the dice, the tiddlywinks, and a scoring mechanism. You're also going to get some additional paper money that will be used because you're going to have more players theoretically playing. With this expansion, really, you're going to use it with 5 and 6 players. The rules are really simple. The only thing added to this, other than components for more players, is the ability to rise, and just how to rise those and how it kind of works with the other actions that you have in the game. But it's fairly simple because you're just going to keep everything level if possible. In order to build and include it, has to be level, the same level as everything else. Very simple to pick up. I like the new player aids that come with it. That's really, really helpful. So I'm just going to go over here with Up, the expansion for Lords of Vegas. I'm just going to go over the new actions that you have. So the first action that you're going to have at your disposal is the new raise action. And you're going to take your raise and you're going to be able to make it taller. Now, I'm going to put it like this just so you can see that there's something underneath this. Now, you can raise, so this would be a 3-story casino now. You're allowed to raise it up to a level of the number of players in the game. For a 3-player game, up to 3 levels and 4. So if you wanted to build next to it, then you would have to build at least a 3 level if it's going to be gold. So what you're going to do is if you have a casino, and down here I have an illustration of a 3 casino. What you can do if you wanted to raise it, you would take 1 riser for each casino piece that's in here. So there's 3. So I'm going to take 3 risers, and you would raise this up. So if you want to raise it, you would have to do so all at once, and it's $15 per rise. So that would be 15. This one would be 30 for a total of $45. Now, when they pay out, you will still only get money for the digits, the number of pips, but you will get victory points for also raise. So this has 2 risers for each. So instead of getting 3 victory points, now I would get 6. So that's how they're going to pay out with more victory points. In order to build, in order for 2 casinos to join into one, they must be the same color and now the same height. So A 2 high casino is different than a 3 high green casino that's next to it. If you want to sprawl, you can sprawl a raised casino, but it must be built at the same height, keeping in mind the usual sprawling cost is $15 per riser. So that cost will still be built. If you want to remodel, that's fine. You can still remodel only for a cost of $5 per lot. Reorganize, the rules are the same as the base. The risers don't have any effect. And you can gamble. So now with this 3, I used to be able to gamble $15, but it's actually 6. So I can do up to $30 there. That's kind of how that is. So that's kind of how it's going to work with the raisers and the risers. This is basically what you're getting in the expansion. You're getting the ability to play with 5 and 6 players. If you're never going to play this game 5 or 6 players, you probably don't need it. If you plan on playing 5 or 6 players, then this is a really fun expansion. I really like it quite a bit. But that's what you're going to do. All it is singling around these risers here and how they're going to be added to the game. If you like Lords of Vegas and you want to be able to play with more players, which I think the game fits very well, I think that this would be an expansion that would really fit what you're wanting to do. In addition, I think the Up expansion will put you in a position where you want to bring more people to the table. It's that good. It's not just a mechanism to add the other people, which it is, but it's also a really fun expansion, so you'll want to get 5 or 6 to the table. That way you can utilize the expansion. It's that good. I really like the rise and building up on it. So, I don't think that you need to buy it if you're just getting the base game to see if you like it. I don't think you need this expansion unless you're specifically going to be playing with that number of players. Then by all means, you have to have it to go 5 or 6. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.